Welcome back, you guys. We're back at Nissan Altima, the all-new PlayStation experience. Yes, I'm with. It is me, Delilah Chanchez, with your host, David.
Delilah
Who the
Sanchez.
Just
I'm sorry, I ruined it. I'm sorry.
with your co-host, Alex and Butthole.
That's
Stop.
crazy.
Stop. Okay, Alex, go for it.
Shut up, David. I mean, Brandon.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Sorry. Sorry. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm joined by Brandon Pepperoni and David. That was supposed to be you guys could say hello, but whatever.
Well, no, I was listening to Brandon. What the fuck? Also, another thing. Hold on. Another thing that we failed to mention last time. That's on us. We forgot. I'm sorry. But the podcast. It used to be weekly, and we are currently. We are currently moving it to every other week.
Oh, it turns out we don't have to do 2 times in a week because apparently, we're doing it on Mom's weekend, not Dad's weekend. I thought
okay.
we were doing it on Dad's weekend this whole time, but
Okay.
that was
Alright, cool.
Yeah. So every other week, not every week like it was last time, because that was just too much. We all had a bunch of stuff going on in our lives, and we couldn't do it. You know, shit like that.
Yes, sir.
All right, Brandon, what are you drinking?
Vitamin water
Gross.
and a little bit of piss.
That's just
That's what I like to hear.
never mind. A lot better now.
So let's get talking on I thought someone was gonna finish it for me.
Okay.
Football, NFL, the drafts. What's up with that, brothers?
really nothing
Not
huge
even
going
started
on.
yet.
The drafts.
Not for you, skank banks. For for the Bears, it's looking pretty sexy. I ain't gonna lie to
Bears
you,
have already
brothers.
started drafting. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. We started at 2 a.m. last Monday, and we're looking good.
So Justin
looking
Fields
good.
got traded. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, it feels good. They're going to the Colts. Going to the Colts, helping there.
I
helping their
fucking
bitch asses
wish. It's okay. We had a better record
Yeah,
than
it's
you
not,
did this season.
David. Great. That's awesome. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
You had a better record. That's
Thank you.
so great.
Dude, just an hour
That's
ago.
no. Hold on, Alex. Hold
Oh
on.
my God.
That's great, David. That's great. I love when fans live in the past. Anyways, go ahead, Alex.
The past?
Bobby Wagner,
The fucking past!
Bobby
Oh.
Wagner got released by the Rams, right?
Ooh.
What?
And Bobby Wagner, he got released by the Rams, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Seahawks re-signed him to a 1-year, $7 million deal an hour ago.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a recent one there, you know.
The Seahawks,
Bobby Wagner.
brothers.
How about them Nets?
The Nets.
Just
Oh,
kidding. Okay, Alex, how's your last been fucking shut up. How's your last 2 weeks been?
not horrible. WWE's been banging. It's been so fun. Bro.
Factual.
Oh, 100%.
Factuals.
We
Factuals.
we still gotta do that triple threat tag team thing, whatever, or that 3-way tag.
Oh,
The
yeah.
three-way.
Triple threat.
I'm down to be part of any 3-way you two are involved in.
Anyways,
One, that's your
uh,
brother. Two,
that's even better.
you have a
I mean,
huge
what?
dick.
Why would you say that?
Yes,
Why would you
sir.
say that?
For everyone wondering, David has a ginormous schlong. Veiny and all.
What?
So, David, how was your last couple of days?
Sweet, David. Good to hear.
That's dope. That's dope. Ugh,
There's
shit.
something I want to talk about that I was gonna talk about it last week, but I forgot we were doing the Bobby Lee thing, so we didn't have a podcast last week. Did you hear about Putin? What's going on with him?
No.
Like, it was some sort of government official, or like, I don't know how to explain it. Like some, it's like some international government type thing. I can't remember what it's called. Issued, I want to say it was NATO. I don't know, something like that. They issued a arrest warrant for war crimes against Putin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think I read that like Monday.
Putin has a warrant.
That's
out for him to
crazy.
arrest. Yeah.
What
Um,
war crimes though?
Probably killing half of his staff. Are you serious?
Yeah, but that's
you
been
know,
going on in
nothing
Russia
involving,
forever.
Invading Ukraine, but it's whatever.
It's not. I don't think that's a war
Alex
crime.
David's dumb.
No, no, like genuinely,
yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
think
a
that's
war crime. But yeah, I know. But his soldiers, I'm gonna guess is getting pinned on him. But one of the things that my guess would be is that his soldiers that he's sending over to Ukraine to take it over, whatever, they're committing the war crimes like that, like they're raping Ukrainian civilians.
They're sexually assaulting
children.
Ukrainian civilians.
David, you can talk about that if you're talking about a topic. It's not like I'm saying I'm gonna go do that. I'm talking about a serious. Okay, whatever, David. David, a child. David is stupid. David's no longer in the podcast. Welcome back to the Brandon and Alex show.
It's crazy because they're like, I do all the fucking work.
That's okay. You can just be the editor.
No.
It's crazy how David had nothing.
North Korea's doing too.
So what?
But
North Korea has started preparing for nuclear combat against the U.S. and South Korea.
Welcome to the last.
Oh, I
where
heard
have you
about that
been the
too.
last like 20 years? What the fuck?
No, but like they've started
it's like it's bigger.
it's like bigger. Yeah, it's like closer than ever.
Didn't their leader like die or something like that? So his sister's running it now.
No, they said he died.
Oh.
Kim Jong Un. David, whatever. No, they said that Kim Jong Un. Because apparently he was super sick, and so they were saying that he's gonna die. And that
Oh,
his
okay,
sister take
okay,
over.
okay.
He actually lost a lot of weight, and it's illegal to talk about his weight loss in North Korea.
Really?
Yeah, it's like against the law.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Fucking.
800,000 North Korean citizens. 800,000 North Korean citizens have volunteered to join the military to fight against the United States.
Volunteered is the key, is the iffy word
Yeah,
there.
that's what they're saying. Quotation,
Yeah.
quote unquote, volunteered.
You think they can watch porn in North Korea? You think that's allowed?
Well,
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Cause, or is that like only Kim can watch porn?
Porn.
Beating his.
They are very rare in North Korea.
You said what?
If it says pornographic movies and X-rated magazines are very rare in North Korea. If you ever came across one, they're most likely to have been smuggled and distributed on the black market.
Damn. I can just see it. Fucking
It's
Kim.
illegal to bring in religious, pornographic, or political items.
So you're telling me I could walk in, I could go spend like $20 at the gas station for some Playboy mags and make like $2 million in North Korea?
Probably.
Bro, say
Is North
less.
Korea the one that has the internet restriction?
Probably they
Like
have
limited
fucking
time?
everything's
Yeah,
restricted.
so what person would waste their internet restriction on
That's why I'm about to go spend $20 at the fucking Quick Stop down the road. Fucking, you let these little fucking North Koreans get their nut off. You know what? I feel like Kim Jong Un, he's such an angry little dude. If we just got him laid, he'd probably chill out a little bit.
No, I'm sure he'll probably force it. Okay, this is gonna sound very bad and weird, but I'm sure he forces his
Well, actually,
like people.
yeah.
Well, they're
But didn't he like?
forces them.
Didn't he like when he got married? Wasn't she like 12 years old? Look that up.
Was
I'm
it?
pretty sure his wife when they got married was like fucking 12 or something crazy like that.
Kim Jong Un's wife when they got married.
What's it? Hello?
They don't even know when she was born.
I'm okay. I'm pretty sure. I think it might have been fucking fake news. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that she was
Their
like
guess
12.
on Kim Jong Un's wife is that she's aged anywhere between 33 to 38 because they don't know when she was born.
Okay. I guess like I said, it might have been false.
But they were married in 2009, so you do your math that way.
I'm not fucking.
How
doing
old is
that.
Kim Jong Un? We can do the math that way.
How old is Kim Jong Un?
He's only 39 years old.
This is, bro. I'm convinced. I'm convinced Asian people don't age. Because when I was in Japan, from like 12 years old all the way up to like 60, they looked like they were super, like in their teens. And then once they hit a certain age, they just fucking look like they're 120.
Yeah, it's like from ages 12 to 65. They're teenagers, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
hit 66
bro.
years old, their body just goes like wrinkly and
That's what I'm
old
saying.
and hunched over.
Overnight, they just.
Okay, that was the
Come here, Sonny!
ever heard in my life.
Come here, Sonny.
What?
We're talking about how Asian people age.
No fucking duh, idiot, but just your freaking voice.
Stop. That's my old
Fuck.
Asian people voice. Come here, Sonny.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I'm
Good one.
convinced with Putin that because apparently it's like a rumor that he has cancer or whatever, and that he's very close to dying. My theory is that if he's like on his deathbed or something, unless we figure out the issues with Russia or something, like obviously if he's on his deathbed, that Ukraine's probably gonna easily win against Russia because they're not gonna have a leader. So my guess is that if he's on his deathbed or something, there's a chance that he'll just say, "Screw it, I'm dying anyways. I'm not gonna be here to see what happens."
Oh,
We're
see the
launching
fallout.
nukes."
Yep. Which I was
I'm not
I was
gonna have to live through it.
I was watching this video the other day and actually had a good point. If they say he hits fucking that big red button, all nukes launched at the U.S., right? Those nukes haven't been touched in God knows how long. So 90% of those nukes, 90 to 95% of those nukes aren't gonna fucking take
even
off. Yeah, they're not gonna take off. And the other,
They're gonna nuke Russia.
and then all the other 5%, we have the equipment to fucking shoot them in the air. So it's not gonna. I mean, it's still gonna suck and shit like that, but it's not gonna really affect us because we have that shit in place to deter shit like that.
Yeah, I saw this thing. It was kind of like weird to actually think about. It said that it doesn't matter when the next world war is going to happen. All that we know is that the following world war or the following war, whatever,
Oh, sticks and
will be
stones.
fought with like sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because the next world war we have, it's almost like guaranteed will be involving nukes and nuclear weapons.
Oh yeah, it's just who's gonna be
Because
ballsy
everyone
enough
has it
first.
now. So imagine if nuclear weapons were never invented. I wonder if they were never invented, if eventually someone else would invent them. But it's just crazy because who invented nukes?
So the idea wasn't.
Oppenheimer.
The idea. I don't know who had it first, but we were the first, obviously, to successfully do it because
The Manhattan Project.
Japan wanted to fucking get a little ballsy with us. That's like my favorite. That's like my favorite memes. Is like, or like not memes. Sorry, TikToks where it's like, here's Japan. Sorry, Japan will walk in like, hey, we just bombed the U.S. and then it has like somebody playing Hitler. You did what? Or like I watched this one, and it was like it's fucking me. Okay, so it was like Japan, we bombed like 8 boats, and then it shows to somebody dressed out like all like in the American flag, and it's like, here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Those videos are amazing. I love those videos.
Supposedly, there was some guy that was claiming he was Hitler.
Those
It was disproven that he was Hitler because he looked like Hitler. He matched how old Hitler would be if he was still alive. And there were just so many things that it was really strange. If it was a coincidence, which ended up wasn't a coincidence. It was because obviously Hitler died.
Yeah.
But it's just weird. Like, why would you try to be like, hey, I'm Hitler? So I'm 100. I think he was 109 years old when he said he was Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Hitler. I'm still alive.
For some reason, when you said that, all I could think of was like some little 22-year-old coming out, like me coming out the gate. Hey, I'm Hitler. What's up? I've been alive this entire time. Dude's got like
I've
fuck.
been taking some what's it called? Some unaging medicine.
Yeah. Witchcraft. Harry
Yes.
Potter. The boy who lived, come to die.
anyways, let's just ignore David now. Brandon, how
Yeah,
are
I
you?
was fucking retarded.
Stop.
I mean, dumb.
I'm having fun.
It was dumb.
Oh, like it's not
I'm
too late.
fine.
I'm gonna use that.
I'm chilling, man. Watching some fights right now. It's been
Oh, that's why
phenomenal.
you're not talking, because you're just too busy watching the fights, ignoring us.
It's cool.
Whatever, get out of here. Me and David. did
Well,
this.
because I'm kind of over that conversation about, hey,
It's okay.
I'm still listening.
Actually,
I'm here.
I do have. It's more of a serious note. I know we're usually lighthearted and fucking around, but have you guys seen that Pornhub Netflix documentary?
I did. I got an notification saying it was coming soon.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so it's fucking crazy, and like I like kind of like heard about it every
I
now
don't
and
know what
again.
it talks about.
I'm about to explain it if you give me a second.
I'm looking it up.
Shut up, David. I hate you.
No, so it's like it's actually fucking crazy. So I heard about it a couple times. I never really paid attention to it, but so a while ago, Pornhub came under fire because there was a lot of like porn getting uploaded, quote unquote porn, of women getting sexually assaulted, and then posting it, or minors getting sexually assaulted and posting it.
What the fuck?
And so it was a whole thing, and then finally, after a while, victims started coming forward, and Pornhub just didn't give a fuck. So
Yeah, supposedly some like statistic thing was done that I found that like it was a really high number. I don't want to just throw a number, but I'm gonna say somewhere between 60 to 80% of people who are like 18-year-old teenager porn or whatever, like 60 to 80% of them are actually underage when they post their first video on Pornhub.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, see,
What the
but so
hell?
it's something. See, it's that, but it was also like a fucking 40-year-old coming in, taking advantage of a little 14, 15-year-old and posting it to Pornhub, and so
And saying that
It
they're
was-
18 or something.
yeah, and then they'd label it. I'm trying to remember what the documentary said. It was something like they'd name it like petite young teen getting railed, whatever, something along those lines. And so I guess some of the victims that finally came forward said that they would message Pornhub. It would take Pornhub 2 weeks to even get back to them. And then after that, it would take another 2 weeks to for them to finally take it down. And then I guess there was a bunch of them that were like, but at that point, people already had it saved. So as soon as it got taken down,
It
the
would've
next
gotten re-uploaded.
the next day, it would be back up on Pornhub, and then they'd have to go through the process over and over and over and over. And I know it was a whole thing. Like there was a whole section they were talking about. Pornhub profits off of stuff like that because obviously it's fucking sick and disgusting, but that's like something that people are into. There's some fucking creeps out there are into, and so
That's
Pornhub was making a fuck ton of money off of videos like that. So it was said, like, I was accused that they were leaving it up there because it was making them a shit ton of money and they didn't actually care. And that's, I'm just paraphrasing everything that kind of happened, but that's roughly what it's about and shit like that. There was a whole movement and everything out there, and it's just crazy until finally after fucking, I think it was like a couple years of fighting Pornhub, they finally implemented something that helps deter it. Obviously, they're never going to be able to fully deter it, but they finally implemented something that they deterred a lot of it.
So, question. Now that we're on this topic, what do you guys think about porn? Again, I'm very, very serious. I'm really not trying.
What do we
I'm not
think
trying-
about porn?
What do you think about it? Do you think that it's killing, like? Okay, so there's this phrase like our generation is taking love out of sex type shit, right? Do you think porn like kills a lot of people's like feelings and love and like all that
No.
type of shit?
Like, makes them less
Yeah.
less
No.
careless, makes them more like ruthless or whatever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't-
more horny, more let's fuck. Like and then do
I
things,
wouldn't-
and then do you think you can find love in
Like
that?
it
I-
causes them to make more stupid decisions or something
Well, I wouldn't go as far to
Because-
say
because of it.
as kill love. I feel like porn's okay in healthy doses. So if it's like, say it's not something that you watch continuously, so that when you finally do get an interaction with a woman, you're just expecting her to come in, hey big bro, shit like that. But if it's like, you come home after a long day of work, you want to, beat off, cool. You know, if it's
Yeah, I think that like
It will-
it's just like the human body wanting to do it.
yeah.
So like but I think that it definitely can become an addiction, and at that point, when it gets too serious, then it becomes like a major problem. and
Well,
you can
see,
definitely
and I feel like it's
get
just
help or something.
I feel like it's not the porn industry, it's the people. So like Brandon was saying, is it killing love? I don't think so. But it also depends on the person, because if you watch it so much, like, you know, watching porn once or twice, that's not going to be a problem. But if you watch it so much to the point that that's all you think about is, I want to fucking grab this girl, stretch her fucking legs behind her head, and fucking rail her out while I spit in her mouth, that's obviously no girl's going to want to be with you. But if you're a fucking normal thinking person, then you understand
But
that
you
that's
still can be a normal thinking person,
What do you mean?
but you're just addicted. Where you could come home and you watch porn for 4
Oh,
times
so
a
like-
day,
so like-
and you jerk off. No, but what I'm saying is that you're home,
Mhm.
you're doing whatever you're doing, you're jerking off, but you go out and you're fine, you're chilling. But in my opinion, I think that once you watch porn, that opens up a gate to, okay, I can keep doing this. And you get into a relationship. Let's say you're in a relationship and then you start watching porn. The thought of whatever happens in that video could translate to whatever happens in the actual bed or into your relationship.
Well, see, and I guess
Like-
I feel like that's a case by case scenario. So
Yeah.
if it's like, say I'm fucking porn addicted, right? I beat my dick to porn 6 times a day. I mean, that's a problem in as of itself, but it's also going to be communication between me and my girl. Like, hey, am I good?
Mm-hmm.
Can we try this?
Yeah.
And then I gotta
See,
if she says no, then I gotta be man enough, respect enough to be like, all right, cool, that's not something she's into.
Yeah. I think for me, we've all watched porn, obviously. I mean, we're fucking stupid, not. But I think for me, and some people I've talked to as well, is that porn does ruin something. Even if it's not 100% into your relationship, it ruins something.
But see,
Confidence.
I
Yeah.
get what Brandon's trying to get here. What he's trying to say here.
I'm not just
like,
saying like a relationship.
Someone
I'm saying-
who has never seen something like that, compared to someone who has, are going to be like, it's just, I don't know. It's like something in between those two people. Between those two people are going to be different.
Yeah.
well, see, I'd also
Yeah.
I don't know,
I'd
I feel
also
like it's kind of hard to explain.
I'd also argue that that's not really the porn's fault so much as it is yours.
Well, I think it's a 50-50 if you're going to say that then. Because why is there a platform? There's a platform for people to watch these girls get
Yeah, they're
fucked.
making it super, super easy to just go online,
Very easy.
spend 5 seconds typing, and find any video that your heart desires.
And then, I don't mean to interrupt you, but and then look at the people on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. These women that just go on there with thongs and these tight ass
and
ass
they're
shit.
selling
I'm
them,
not
like,
saying swimsuits.
OnlyFans and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying swimsuits. I'm not saying like leggings. I'm saying more of like those like that erotic shit where it's like,
Lingerie and stuff.
yeah, but even like that one piece where it goes from like their crotch all the way up to their boobs, and it's just a one piece, but you can still see the side boob, you can still see the middle, and you can still see like literally you can see their ass. You just can't see like obviously their pussy or their ass or their asshole. But what I'm saying is that type of shit, okay, that porn either motivates that, inspires that, or takes it from those people, and then creates a whole type of like enterprise off that. And now when people go look at that, oh shit, I'm turned on as fuck. Let me go see if I can find that. And 9 times out of 10, there's something exactly like that with the person that looks exactly the same. I mean, you know that stupid phrase, if you look up something in porn, it's out there? Like if you look up cartoon porn, it's out there?
Oh yeah, there's porn of everything.
It's out there.
That's called Rule 34. If
But
it
that's
exists,
what I'm-
there's porn of it.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, is that I wouldn't necessarily say that porn isn't at fault. I would say it's a 50-50. It's your fault and it's
Yeah.
porn's fault. You searched it.
Because it exists, because you saw it, you know it exists. It opened your eyes to more, opened your mind to more things, making you oh, you see this, I know that there's probably porn of it. I'm gonna look it up. It opens your eyes to just, oh, there's probably porn of other video games. You're doing this, that, cartoons, whatever, and then it just like messes with your whole mind. The fact that, oh yeah, there's porn of everything I want, everything I want. Anything
Yeah,
I
no,
want.
like, exactly.
I guess I see where you're coming from, but when I think about it, I guess the way I see it is it all boils down to self-control.
Yeah,
Like,
but it goes that way.
Yeah, I think that
Self-control
also
for me,
definitely
self-control for
definitely
them.
affects people who like someone who regularly has females in his life, or someone who like, and I guess it's not just males. People who regularly have someone in their life compared to someone who's never had been in a relationship before, who's missing and dying to have that feeling, and so they'll go buy like dolls, they'll go pay for prostitutes or something, and they'll just do all this just because they're missing that feeling of
yeah,
Okay.
the
just
contact.
physical touch. Yeah,
Okay, so now that we're talking about that, so prostitutes, look at those sex stores, pocket pussies, vibrators. This, that. Who advertises that? Porn. You know what I mean? They literally mold porn stars' vaginas and assholes and mouths just to. Yeah, no, it's legit. Just
No,
to
I
put
know
out
it's
in the
legit.
stores.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
It's
So
crazy to think how much different society would be if like that never existed. Like if it's
and
just like
honestly, I wish it did. I
But
wish
see-
it did exist. You know?
Go-
I wish none of that happened.
So-
obviously, it's gonna happen 9 times out of 10, no matter where you look at it. But it's gonna happen.
So,
like, I wish it didn't happen. I mean,
and spiraling off of that though, it's if you're gonna talk like that, it's also not just porn, because a big like confidence.
said.
A big confidence booster and fucking like everything. So if you think fucking 20, 30 years ago, right? What'd you have to do to get any physical touch, anything? You had to go talk to people, right? To feel wanted. I'd say
Yeah.
it's the internet in general, because now it
that
went.
is- I believe that's true.
Yeah, it went
Well,
from.
that's what I said.
I have to go to the bar. I have to go to the fucking local deli, whatever, to talk to somebody. And which, don't get me wrong, I feel like social media and the internet is the best worst thing to happen to the world, because now it's gotten
It's
to.
definitely furthered stuff. Like,
I'll say,
definitely
well, yeah, it's amazing.
helps
you know?
society a lot,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's also killing society.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because now
100%.
instead of having to now everybody's cooped up in their rooms and their houses, just playing on their phones. Oh, I want to talk to this person. Cool, I'll hit him up on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I was saying earlier about Twitter, Instagram. No matter like videos, people probably will look at this UFC fight I'm watching right now and see these women fight and be like, "Oh, my God, bro!
Start beating off.
She's so freaking hot. Let me go see if there's like a MMA porn." And there probably is.
Oh,
But
100%.
it's just internet. So so another question. Do you think? I don't know if this is like a weird question or a hard question. Do you have any respect for porn stars? No. Do you think they have any respect for themselves? Sorry. Especially the women. Guys are different, but
See-
obviously guys have feelings.
Yes.
But do you think, for example, fucking, I don't know, Alexis Texas has any respect for herself?
I
to
think
even
Yes.
and no.
Yes.
I think that it's yes, because if they didn't have respect for themselves, if someone walked up to them, "Hey, here's $100, let me have my way with you," they'd be like, "Okay, yeah, I'm down." But obviously, they're like, "No, get out of here, you creep." Like they're obviously they have their limits. They know that it's their body, that they're not just gonna give it to anyone. But at the same time, they're posting themselves doing this stuff online.
Well, see, I
Like,
feel
it's just
it's 100% yes. I mean, it sells. I mean, obviously nobody wants, like, that's what they thought they were going to do. That's what they wanted to do when nobody's a fucking little 7-year-old. Oh, I want to be a porn star when I grow up. But you grow up and you realize, hey, this is a market. I'm an attractive, young blonde with a fucking banging body. It sells. I feel like just because they go out and they sell their body doesn't mean they don't respect themselves. I feel like it's what works for them.
Yeah, I get that, but there's also stuff like that. If they're young, attractive, they're very beautiful people. You know, there's so many different things they could.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? We lost
like,
Alex.
A
Oh,
We
person.
Alex, yeah,
second,
we lost you for a couple
start over.
seconds.
My bad. I'm saying that like, okay, what was the last?
What the fuck?
What is going on here? Okay.
Alex, you're-
we're having technical difficulties.
Alex, you keep cutting out like crazy.
I am cutting out like crazy. 1 second.
We're having such a wonderful debate too. This is the most like solid our podcast
gone.
has ever been, and just
We're still gone. We're still gone. We're still gone.
Am I being heard now? Can you hear me?
yep,
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Hello.
They're young, attractive women. They
Yeah.
have nice
No,
bodies.
you
You know,
keep
like,
you keep cutting out. Alex.
As soon as you start
No.
talking about the actual, okay, bye. Oh,
He
hi.
left and came
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
So okay. So I get what I think I get what Alex was trying to say. So you have these beautiful women
Okay.
that come in, and they're like, okay, yeah, like you know, I'm cute as fuck. Like let me go. Let me see if I can apply. Why do that? Why not do something else? What made you think of that? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying fuck these porn stars, they're pieces of shit. Not at all. You know what I mean? They're human beings. Like they
Oh,
have the
yeah.
right to
Yeah,
do what
yeah.
they want to do. But why pick porn? Why not try to pick modeling? Why do you have to have sex all day, every day? Which
Because-
is not the case. It's not every day, all day. But why? Why do you have to do that in order to get money? Why can't? If you're smart enough to market yourself off social media and you're smart enough to take steps into getting bigger, then put it to something else. You know what I mean? Because in my
Yeah.
humble opinion, my humble opinion, I don't care what anybody says. When somebody says it takes skill to do porn, that's such bullshit. I think that's stupid. I think that being like, oh, you got to make your dick hard like this, you got to do it like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, they've like porn industries have come out and said that they're not all in like one session. That they record this like the same video, I guess, over
Yeah.
like multiple sessions, just so it looks like it's lasting a lot longer than it actually is.
Yep, exactly. But just for me, it's like, whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? Some people have said porn is art, and I could see where some people are saying because it's the human body. But for me, it's a means to an end. You know what I mean? I jerk off. That's it. Goodbye. I don't even think about you until I go back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You may know. So, okay, and here's what I'm going off of what I've been trying to say. I think out of each of us, we probably know 100 porn stars, right? Together. You know what I mean? Like a cumulative. And I think that's so fucking retarded. That's so stupid, bro. I think that's horrible. Because when we think about these women, when we think about, or men, whichever, you know, whoever, whatever. If we think about these women, all we think about is they got a fat ass. Like, it sucks because I don't want to just see a woman like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not going out there and being like, oh, I want to fuck her, I want to do this,
Yeah.
and she's sexy as fuck. But we do that. You know?
That
You
is-
look at him,
that-
look at that fucking ass.
I agree with you 100% on that. That is a massive problem that we have nowadays. Is
And
when
I
we
think-
go out, we go out in the public. You know, we go to the store, whatever we're gonna do, and the first thing we notice is, oh my god, she's fucking got a banging body. She's got the fattest ass. We don't think about like the girl herself. We think about, hey, damn, she got a fatty on her. You know, and that is something that I will agree with you 100%. Porn or the entire sex industry has fucking ruined for this country in general.
Okay, well then think about this then too. One more thing. Think about the opposite, right? A girl be posting all this shit on Instagram, Twitter, everything. You know, I've talked to David about this one girl that I was friends with, and she posted a picture of her in her thong, sitting on her chair, and just taking a picture and posting it and pinning it as one of her top pictures.
Because sex
And
sells.
she also posted a picture of her. Hold on. And she also posted a picture of herself in a towel, barely covering her ass and barely covering her tits. And okay, it sells, but you're a fucking personal trainer. Like, you're falling under the category of look at my ass, look at my body,
But also
come work out with me. But hold on. but you can't have sex with me because I have a boyfriend. You get what I'm saying?
But-
I don't fucking care what you look like under there.
But-
Get me in shape.
But the reason she posts stuff like that is you may not think like that, but 95% of the men in this world do.
Yeah, it gets her noticed.
Why?
Gets her
Why is
noticed.
that? Why is that?
Because
Why? Why?
because they'll look at her and be like, "Damn, she bad as shit. I have a shot." Oh, you have a boyfriend? I hate to say it, but this society is known, or not society. Sorry, this generation does nothing but cheat. You know, so
But what I'm telling you is that just made my point. Because the world is so engulfed in this pornography, in this internet, and everything on it, that porn ruins a lot of people's minds. That is like what I'm trying to say.
oh yeah, no, I agree
And
with
you
that
ju-
100%. Yes.
No, yeah, we're not like fighting. I'm just saying that what you just said made my point. Was because it sells, because they sign up with her, because they think that she's single, because of those posts, those sexual posts, and her sticking her ass out in every fucking picture. That's the reason.
And see, I feel
That's
like
that's my point.
I feel like that's just something that I'm trying to think of how to word this. It's just how accepting society has gotten, because now we live in society where everything's okay. You know, no matter what you do, it's okay. It's who you are. So
Yeah, your body, your choice.
yeah, so well, it's like I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm drawing a blank right now. I had a whole fucking spiel already. So it's like that's not a problem. Anything you do is okay. So
But yet,
back in the day, like in the fucking 70s, 80s, it was like, oh, you're fucking 20s, you're 24 and you don't have a fucking wife yet. That's a problem. You're it's just, that was an issue. So all this stuff had to be locked up. Like, oh, I want to fucking put a fucking sock in my wife's mouth, tie her to the bed, and beat the shit out of her while I fuck her. That was a problem. And so it's gotten more accepting. So I feel like this has always been a problem. And then we got the internet, we got social media, everything. So then it was blasted out there.
I'm gonna add on to David. He went like when people are like what David said, with tying them up, gagging them, whatever. If you told someone that like maybe 50 years ago, they'd be like, dude, this guy has a serious problem.
Oh, bro, you'd be
I
locked
need to
away.
tell someone. But now they labeled it as kinks. Like, oh, you're into that stuff, you're freaky type stuff, and it's just, I feel like it's just wrong to just like that. Like, yeah, I understand you're into that stuff. You're something other allows it. Then yeah, I guess go for it. But at the same time, when was that labeled as okay? When was that labeled as?
Well, which don't
Just
get me wrong. I'm into my fair amount of fucking tiring her up, right? I feel like it's just something that, which I'm not trying to kink shame or anything like that. It's something that was hidden away, and then now it's public. And as soon as it became public, everybody was like, "Ooh, I want to try this. I want to try this. I want to try this." And now it's turned into it went from something that back in the day, all everybody cared about was love, and now it's turned into, oh, well, this is the new thing now. All anybody cares about is sex and, trying out their sexuality. Oh, I want to try three-way with two guys. Oh, I want to try three-way with two women. Oh, I want to sit here and, I want to tie her up and shove my fist down her mouth. It's just, now that with social media and stuff like that, it's something that has been brought to the spotlight. And that's a big part of it, is everybody just wants to try different stuff.
I understand. I get that. So, okay, so then, what do you guys say about, okay, a girl that posts all that stuff, and then a guy goes up to them, and is being super flirty, and being, super, kind of like harassing, and then the next day she says, why are guys like this? But then she continues to post stuff like that.
That's a problem to me. That's a massive problem. So I feel like,
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If a guy comes in and sexually assaults you, then yes, that's a whole different scenario. But if it's
Yeah, of
like,
course.
if it's like, you're out there posting all your entire titty but your nipple, stop bitching. You're gonna have guys. That's your job. You're gonna have guys coming up and fucking trying to hit on you and being aggressive about it. Stop your fucking bitching.
So there was this video. I don't know if you guys saw it. On TikTok actually. Some guy was interviewing a Bella Danger, right? She's a porn star. If anyone doesn't know, the viewers, but she's a porn star, and he was asking like, do you have a relationship? And she was like, yeah. And then he was like, how's your relationship? Like how's that going? She's like, and then she freaked out at him, saying like, I'm a normal person, blah 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 blah. Like, stop, you're fucking disappointing. Get the fuck out of my face. You're a piece of shit. I don't want to talk to you. I was gonna sit here and do an interview with you because I thought you were, cool, but you're a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. And so I took that two ways, right? I took that, yeah, like, of course, she's a human being. Like, the interviewer, like, open your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not all she does is porn.
Yeah, like why would you,
You know?
ask that type thing?
Exactly. It's kind of fucking dumb. But then I also see it in his way because he watches porn. You know what I mean?
Well, see,
And, like,
and I feel
To
like
talk about is, like, all he wants to talk about is, like, do you have a relationship? Like, how is it? Like, is he okay with you getting fucking dick down all day, every day? Like, and like, whose fault is that? You know what I mean? It's the porn industry's fault.
well, and I understand what if I'm being honest, I'd ask the same fucking questions. Because me personally, this might just be me. I could never date a porn star or an OnlyFans model or something like
yeah,
that
that's
because when I'm dating somebody, I'd like to know that she's mine. Like, not in like that probably sounded shitty, not like a crazy controlling aspect, but like she's mine. I don't want another guy seeing her fucking vagina all over the internet. I don't want, something doesn't feel right to me knowing that some dude is probably beating her dick to my girlfriend right now. And then, having to fucking, I want to go home and fucking, I'm fucking scrolling through Pornhub, right? Oh, hey, there's my girlfriend taking fucking 12 inches, That's just something that doesn't appeal to me. And then so it kind of makes me curious as to how, like, I mean, no hate on them. I honestly actually have a lot more respect for people who date porn stars and OnlyFans models. It's just, how do you do it? So I'd probably, I don't blame him at all for asking. He was probably genuinely curious because how do you do something like that?
Yeah, because like I could not spare the thought of that. I'm gonna go kiss my girlfriend after she had just probably had like
6 loads blown in
8
her mouth.
different guys. Yeah. Like it's. I don't think I'm not gonna think. I know I wouldn't be able to do that. It's just like, I don't know. It's just I don't know how this is gonna come off, but I have more self-respect for myself than to do that. Than to do that. To date or be with a porn star.
So now listen to this. Especially in today's world, people are so lenient on open relationships. What do you guys think about open relationships?
Open relationships are 100% one-sided, in my opinion.
I feel
They're
like
stupid.
On
Dumb.
open relationships, there was one person who wants the open relationship, and the other person cries himself to sleep every night.
Well, see,
I
but
think
then
open relationships are a waste.
But then you also got to think, if you're going to talk about open relationship, what about polyamorous people? So that's somebody that's like a relationship, like an actual relationship, but it has like 8 people in it. So I was
it's dumb. It's dumb.
There's a show on Netflix called Build My Sex Dungeon or something along those lines. And there was a relationship where it had like 8 people, and all 8 people were consenting, and they would, they were like, it's like a normal relationship. It was like they still have the love, the feeling, but it's for like 8 people. And they loved all of them. Sometimes they had big orgies, or every now and again, 2 people would go and fuck.
Yeah, I think that the only reason, in my opinion, that they say they all consent to it is just so that it's not like, oh, we're getting canceled because one person isn't okay with this, and they want to be on TV, so they're obviously gonna say, yeah, I'm okay with it. But I 110% believe, maybe there's a couple of cases now and then where it's actually is consensual on both sides, but besides those very few cases, I truly believe that with open relationships or whatever whatever it's called, relationships,
Polyamorous,
where there's more than 2 people in that relationship, I 100% believe that 99% of the time it is one-sided. It was one person's decision, and the other person just didn't want to lose their significant other, so they accepted the terms that the person wanted to have sex with people or something.
Well, see, and
So they're
and
like, I don't want to lose you. I'm gonna be okay with this.
and the thing is, though, is there's also I feel like that's another case by case scenario because there are people like say I've heard of stories of this husband and wife were married and then the wife was like I want an open relationship and to save his marriage because he loves her so much will be agree to it, but then there are also cases where like this couple or I guess not this couple but this group I was talking about, they literally all met at a party, started hooking up with everybody one by one, okay? So like this guy would fuck this girl and this guy would go fuck another girl and this girl would go, it just grew and then they all got together and was like, hey, let's do this, and they all agreed to it. So I feel like that's just another case by case scenario.
I know that there's like, I know there's a few cases where it actually is true that everyone's okay with it. They actually are all happy with doing it and whatnot. But I feel like most of the time, almost every single time, it is one person wanting to do that, and the other person just has to sit there and suffer through it because they don't want to lose that person.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're just saying the same thing. It's just case by case, because
My thing is that they'll never be happy.
Oh no, I agree with you that I wholeheartedly believe that that's something that it may be fun now, but when you're like 40, 50 years old, it's gonna be, I don't like this. Which don't get me wrong, we're probably gonna get hate for that, but it's
Yeah, it's controversial, but I believe that true happiness in like a couple or something, it's only two people who are in love, and all they need is each other, and they don't have to rely on anyone else.
Yep.
Those two are happy with each other. They wake up next to each other every day in bed or whatever, and they just smile. They know that that's their wife or husband or whatever. That's theirs, and they're okay with that. They're happy. That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like that is true happiness. I feel like true happiness does not involve 8 different people because eventually you're going to realize that none of them probably actually really love you.
yeah.
And that the main basis around that relationship is the sex.
It's the
and stuff.
sex, yeah.
And eventually, you're gonna get tired of that. You're gonna get old. You're gonna get you should be over it. You want to sit down, have a relationship with someone, and then it's just gonna. He muted himself. He was laughing so hard. But you're gonna get old, tired of it, and you're gonna just want to sit down, and love someone and have them love you back without any worries. But if you're in one of those relationships, I feel like eventually, and I feel like 100% of the time in this case, that relationship will not end well. You will not be happy in it.
Okay.
The only way to be happy is between two people.
I know this is
sure.
kind of off topic, but I just had to bring this up because anytime I think of this fucking like polyamorous couple, this is all I think of. So the main girl in the little episode or whatever had a kink, right? She liked golden showers. So for people who don't know what that is, a golden shower is when your fetish is to get pissed on.
That's disgusting.
And so she had them interpret into the fucking sex dungeon a fucking like shower with a drain that could fit like 8 people. And so this one girl would sit down, drop on her knees while the entire group pissed on her. And I was like, there is no fuck, that is terrible. I don't kink shame. You have your kinks, you like what you like, fucking go for it. But that is disgusting. Oh
That's
my
horrible.
god! And it was so funny because in the episode, if I remember right, she like got down on her knees and made the entire group circle around her. She's like, "Oh yeah, this will do perfectly." And I was like, "Yo, bitch, stop fucking playing with me!" Oh my god!
That's gross. That is
And
nasty.
I think that it's hard to get. This can be kind of sound like not how I want it to sound, but the best way I can explain it is that this is the same thing where like bullying comes in. I don't want to say this and get like canceled or anything, but I feel like at times bullying is definitely something that needs to be interpreted.
I almost just punched my desk
And
and
it
fucking.
needs to be what? Needs to be
that
what?
needs to be interpreted into our lives. Like, not every. obviously not like everyone, but like if there's someone who, see, I don't know how to explain this without sounding like super rude and like it's just a huge douche, but like I feel like there are certain cases where bullying needs to happen to someone to put them in their place, make them understand what they're doing is not okay. For example,
I see. So you mean like pieces of shit kids, horrible
Yeah.
people.
Oh
need to be
yeah.
bullied.
Well,
I get
see, and like, look, fuck the whole getting canceled shit. Cancel me. I do not care. Bullying is necessary. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna, bully you because you're fucking have a weird deformity in your face. That's not your fault. Don't
or I'm
bully you
gonna-
over that.
Yeah, or
But
I'm
if
gonna
you're
bully
being,
you to the point of killing yourself.
yeah. But if you're being a weird little shit and like jacking off in fucking class, bro, bully the fuck out of that idiot. All these weird little kids who doing weird little shit, bully them. Bully that weirdness out of them. You know?
Yeah.
It's,
Okay. I understand what you mean, but you got to think too. Okay, so what kind of weird shit? You mean jacking off and shit, or you mean like being jerks to somebody else? So if another bully was being a bully to everyone else, and then let's say, I don't know, you came in, David, and you were bullying that bully, and you beat the shit out of him. That's what you mean?
No, so okay. So I mean, like, say me and you were in class, right, Brandon? I have some weird deformity, like cleft lip. I have a fucking scar on my something, right? And you're like, if you're like you're a weirdo, you don't look like normal people, and you start bullying me. No, that's not okay.
Yeah.
But if it's like I'm this little weirdo who like I've had like in my high school, I had kids who beat off in class. I had this kid who fucked his biological sister. Shit like that. Like if you're doing weird little shit, then you need to get fucking bullied. You need to get made fun of
Yeah,
because
that's just not like
yeah.
something you're into.
So
That's just
like
wrong.
Yeah, so that's like it. Like I feel like bullying, which don't get me wrong, it's case by case. Like I've said multiple times. So when you were a kid, okay, if you got made fun of for something, you didn't do it again, right? You're like, everybody's making fun of me. This doesn't, I don't like when people do this. You stopped it.
But that's not. But that's not any type of addiction. That you have a problem. You have a mental barrier. Something is going on in your head that you're fucking your sister, or your mom or your aunt. Like that.
Well,
that's,
okay,
That's not something. That's different. You need help.
Well, no, okay,
You need
so
to go
that was
somewhere else.
just an example. I'm not just strictly off that. I'm saying if you're doing some weird shit, I wasn't talking just strictly about
I guess,
that.
but weird shit is so broad though. I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm trying to understand. Okay, jacking off in class or fucking your sister. But what's weird shit? What's weird shit?
Those were
broad.
what I'm saying. I guess that was just kind of examples. I meant for it to be broad. It was like if you're doing. I'm trying to think of another example, but if you're just doing, I don't know how to put it besides weird shit. If it's like a physical deformity or something like, okay, this kid is mentally retarded, right? Don't bully for him. That's not his fault. If it's something that's out of your hands, then that's not okay. But if it's something that you're just being a little fucking, weirdo, bully him. I mean,
I have an example. So in my opinion, I don't care how cancel-y, I guess, how controversial this is, how bad it is for me to say this. In my opinion, what I would count as okay bullying, if there's someone who watched like an anime show and then they went to school and they were like, I'm gonna like they went to school with like Kamehameha to some kid because they
oh yeah, bully the fuck out of that idiot.
like you need to teach that kid
that's not okay in society.
that's not something that you should be doing. That's just you look stupid. You're gonna embarrass yourself.
Okay.
And any
Okay.
means
See, I don't
necessary.
agree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. So if you're saying that, just because he Kamehameha'd somebody, just because that's not acceptable in society, then what are you going to say to gay people or trans people? I'm not saying if I agree with any of those. If I'm not saying I agree with trans, or if I do, but if that's the case, why aren't you doing it to them? Because it's quote unquote society's accepting that shit? No, that's bullshit. Bullying shouldn't be happening at all. What needs to happen, and there needs to be some type of figure that's helping you. What needs to happen, because I was bullied just because he was a piece of shit. And it was horrible, And then for me, I didn't have a dad, fuck that. I didn't have a dad
Go
to
us.
give me any type of, yeah, right? I didn't have a dad to give me any type of, like, reassurance. I had my mom. And all I said was, like, I want to join wrestling. But then I learned how to fight. He never again.
But see,
You know
that's
what I mean?
see,
I don't, but I don't agree. There should be any type of bullying going. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life. If that kid that's doing that, if that's his safe haven is anime because he has a horrible shit, he has a shitty life, he has no friends, and yeah, he's a little fucking weird. But just because you're weird, you shouldn't be bullied. If somebody's bullying someone else, David, if you're bullying Alex, you're not related. I'm gonna bully you. I'm probably gonna beat the shit out
but
of you.
also, you kind of just proved our point a little bit, because the thing is, right? You are being a little fucking weirdo, right? You're doing your thing, right? I come in, I start bullying you, right? You don't like that. You stop doing what you're doing. But guess what you're going to do? You're going to go home. You're going to join wrestling. You're going to learn how to fight. And you're going to come to school and beat the dog shit out of me. Hey, guess what? Now you know how to defend yourself. Now you know what's right and wrong.
Which wouldn't have happened if
Unless you got bullied.
Yeah, but there's other ways, bro. So I'm gonna look at all these UFC fighters. Look at all these boxers that haven't been bullied, but yet they know how to fight. Bullying doesn't show you the right thing to do.
And I get that, but
But
this is,
but yes, but hold on. But that's the result of being bullied. But somebody else could go fucking off themselves for being bullied. It doesn't matter if this weird kid is saying Kamehameha.
Okay. I feel like
so he can stop. He's gonna go slit his fucking throat.
Okay. Hold on. I feel like we're talking about two different things. Me and Alex, we're not talking about bullying to where you go kill yourself. We're talking about to where we pass you in the hallway.
No,
we're like, dude, that's kind of weird.
Who defines that? But who defines that? Who defines bullying to kill yourself? Who defines that? The person that kills himself?
Well, no. So what we're talking about is like walking by in the hallway, like, dude, that's kind of weird, and just walking off. We're not talking about I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna shove you in the locker, I'm gonna fucking stick you in the locker, you know.
Like if I see some kid.
Okay, then what's bullying then?
No, listen.
Because
if I see some kid, and like he's like, oh, I have the power of Goku. I'm gonna use it on you if you don't walk away.
You're telling me
I'm gonna be like, yo, that's weird. Don't do that. I'm not gonna like be like, hey, you're stupid. I'm not gonna punch him in the face.
Okay.
But, like,
So
there's a difference between me saying, hey, you're weird, and me just bullying someone.
Yeah. So I'll define a little bit like what me and Alex are talking about. What we're talking about.
Because my thing was, David, you said bully the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So
No.
like,
Okay. So that's my bad. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. We're talking about like walking in the hallway and being like, dude, that's weird. Stop. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about like fucking kick him in the teeth, shove him in a locker. We're talking about like, dude, that's kind of weird. You should probably stop.
Yeah, like we're not gonna make their life hell. We're not gonna make them completely
Okay,
miserable.
see, the way I see bullying is that you're gonna do everything you can to.
No.
hate
That's
their life.
not what we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about just, dude, you're fucking weird. Stop.
All right, miscommunication then.
Okay. Yeah.
From both of us.
That's what
That's
we mean
all
by
good.
bullying.
That
Okay
makes sense,
sometimes.
okay.
We don't mean it's okay.
Yeah, call him a
making
fucking
them-
weirdo, bro.
Yeah, we don't mean
Yeah,
bullying
'cause-
them to the point of making them miserable, making them hate themselves, hate
Oh,
their lives.
yeah.
But I mean, if there's some kid that watches anime or like he watches a show and then bases himself off of that show to the point where he's like trying to do real life anime moves to
Yeah.
someone,
But like, dude, you're weird. Knock
or
it
he's
the fuck
walking
off.
around like, hey, I have to go. What I have to go? I'm on a mission or something, and they're not like mentally. Something's mentally not okay with them. Something's they have some sort of disability. And if they have a disability and that's how they act because of the disability, then go for it. That's them. They can't really control it. It's just their mind, the way they work. But if there's just some kid who's just he watches that, he's like a weird kid who's like nothing's wrong with him. That's just how he is. Just he likes that stuff and tries doing it. Then I'm gonna be like, dude, you're weird. Cut it out. That's not.
Okay.
That's like stop. You're gross. But I'm not gonna be like, dude, kill yourself. I'm not gonna punch him in the face. I'm not gonna ruin his life just because he does that.
Okay.
Because
But
I don't know about
I'm gonna let him know that he's not.
I don't know about you, but if I was sitting there in school and I did something, and dude was like, somebody came up to me, was like, you're fucking weird. Then I was like, ooh, I didn't like that. Maybe I should stop.
Yeah, but I get what
But
you
at the
mean.
same time, which happened to me. I'm sure happened to you. I'm sure happened to David. If someone walks up to you, says something to you that you're not gonna like, you could always. I guess not always, but like someone said something to me I didn't like, I just shrugged them off. I'm like, okay, good for you. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you've done it. I know David's done it. But at the same time, back to like the whole fighting aspect thing, which like there's UFC fighters who have not gotten bullied and still gotten the career of about UFC fighting, but at the same time, there's still those UFC fighters and stuff who did get bullied, and that's how they got into UFC. Was it first
Yeah.
started off as them getting bullied? They, because of that, learned self-defense. They found out they really enjoy this, and they started furthering their career into it. But that wouldn't have happened had they not been bullied. Because they
I
never.
mean, I understand that, but I don't. I'm not going to sit over here and advocate for bullying and that it should happen in people's lives, because even these UFC fighters advocate for there should never be bullying. Do not bully. There's commercials. Do not bully. It's
Yeah,
just
and
you
I
need the right
understand that.
figure in your life. I don't.
I don't know, I
I'll
guess-
never accept that.
I guess it's
And I
it's to
understand
an
even
extent
if
is what we're
I-
talking about.
Yeah, even if I go to a kid and tell him he's weird, and some guy, knocks me out because of it, I deserve it. I know I was making fun of a kid. I deserve it.
Mhm.
But but then again, back to what we were saying before about about that kid's gonna know, oh, that's not okay, or he's gonna, learn how to.
He's at least still
handle
gonna think
himself.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll think about it.
But at the same time, if I get repercussions because of that, if someone beats the crap out of me because I was bullying that kid, that's on me. That's my fault. I caused that.
Well, see, and
I
I guess the way I think about it is 100% of the time bullying is wrong, but it's a necessary wrong. Because I may come up to this kid, call him weird, he beats the fuck out of me, but he's still gonna think about it like, okay, maybe I shouldn't sit there and talk about this and this and this, because it makes. Because a lot of the time, something that somebody gets made fun of for is something that makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
So I guess I wouldn't see. I guess bullying, that word for me is very like, it just doesn't make sense how you're using it. If you're gonna bully someone and then he beats the shit out of you, it's more so you're arguing your point. You know what I mean? You shouldn't say that. That's ridiculous. Why are you saying that? What are you talking about?
And I guess
That's
we're not using bullying correctly because bullying
Yeah.
is.
Well, see, and if
a repeated.
I
thing.
guess I don't know another harassing. I guess is something I don't know how else to put it. though, is the problem.
No, it wouldn't be harassing.
It would just be
I don't know
making
what
fun
word
of,
it would
like,
be.
one
Making fun of
time.
somebody?
It would just be. It's like a situation thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because we understand
One
what
time
we're
would
trying
be-
to say, but
Yeah, we understand what we're trying to say. At least me and David do. I'm not sure if Brandon's 100% on her page yet, but we understand. We understand what we're trying to say. It's just we don't know how to explain it without.
Okay, but it
giving
may
off
make
the
sense
wrong
for you
message.
guys, but it may make sense for some people listening, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. See, and that's
Is
why
that
it's like-
I need you guys to be clear, because bullying is such a,
well, I feel
it's
like
hard.
I feel like
And
bullying
100%.
bullying is such a broad term. So bullying can come from I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you after school because you're a little different than me, or it could be like I'm gonna walk by, dude, you're fucking weird. I guess. But what me and Alex are trying to say, to clarify for anybody who's at this point is fucking like punching air, they're so mad, is we're more on the side of we walk by somebody be like, dude, stop, that's fucking weird, you're weird, stop. We're not advocating for kicking somebody's teeth in because they're a little different than us. We're more like,
shove 'em in
bro,
a
that's,
locker
yeah. We're talking
Steal his
about
money.
when me and Alex
Can't eat lunch.
when me and Alex say bullying, we're talking about like, dude, you're fucking weird, stop, that's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
It's just
the reason I feel so strongly is bullying was a big part of my life because I was harassed like a motherfucker up until 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that, roughly. And then I fucking figured out I could punch these idiots in the mouth and make it stop. So then, I was bullied. And then I turned into like, all right, fuck it, I'll start hitting people. So anytime anybody started making
and
fun
that's
of
kind of
me,
where our point comes in. Would you have, I guess, I don't know how to say, would you have understood you could do that? I guess you would have when you got older. I don't know. See, it's hard to explain.
well,
Did you understand you could have done that a lot sooner
well, see,
because
me
of the bully?
me personally, I was a weird ass kid. I was weird as fuck. And then I was bullied. I wasn't like shoved into a locker, fucking kicked in the teeth, it wasn't to that extreme, but it turned into somebody would walk by and make fun of me, right? And they'd sit there and laugh at me and make fun of me. And I was like, I don't like this. So I stopped doing the shit I was doing. And I stopped doing that. The bullying for that stopped. But then I got made fun of because I'm cross-eyed, because I'm this. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I started beating the dog shit out of people. And then it stopped altogether. So I guess that's my point, because it turned me it turned me into like the person I am today. It turned me into like I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Yeah, someone.
Yeah,
who isn't gonna take something from
yeah,
someone.
I'm not gonna take shit. I don't care about your opinion of me. I don't care. That's what bullying turned me into. It made bullying personally for me made me into a better person. So I guess that's why I feel like I took that experience and turned it into something positive. So I guess I feel like that's why I feel this way.
I think I have a way to explain this. Bullying is never okay, but some people need to get bullied. Okay, see, I lost it.
To better
Some people
themselves.
need to experience bullying to actually,
Better themselves.
I guess, like better themselves, reach their potential. I guess you could say, like, see, I had it and then I lost it. I had a really good explanation, but I lost it. It's like, I'm not saying bullying's okay. I'm not saying you should actually like you. Bullying's not okay.
You just nut?
100%
What happened
Not
there?
okay. Yeah,
I guess, okay,
I don't
so-
understand what to say. It's just
like you
it's
guys-
never okay. It's just that some people who they experience bullying, it then proceeds to make them who they are, which could be super helpful to society. It can make them it can make them happier in the end because they've bettered themselves, which in the end, in the long run, made them a better person, made them happier, which started out as them being bullied. I feel like I just confused everyone. I confused myself trying to say that. I lost my train of thought.
I mean, I'm understanding what you guys mean. It's just that word bullying is kind of blocking it a little bit. But I get what you mean. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I'm understanding what you mean. It's just that word is so broad, and most people that get bullied are depressed. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And like what you guys have been saying, it's case by case. And so for me, with that bully, I never punched him. We never fought.
Mhm.
I was never in a fight because of bullying. I started wrestling not because of bullying, but because I wanted to do it, and then it gave me more confidence, And now I do Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and I've done MMA, and it's just like that gave me the confidence. That gave me confidence, not the bullying, but knowing that I can have self-control and that I
And
can
that's
defend
what-
myself gave me confidence, not the bullying. The bullying didn't start that. It was me.
And that's how I can
Deciding.
explain this, I guess, better, is that bullying isn't okay because of the repercussions it can have upon making someone depressed, making someone kill themselves, making someone harm themselves. It's never okay. But it helps. It could help someone at the same time realize that they need that they can change. They can do stuff differently and not allow this to happen, which wouldn't have originally happened had they not been bullied. It's never okay because of the fact that, because of the repercussions it has, because of the consequences that it causes. But at the same time, some people experience bullying and realizes that they can better themselves, which wouldn't have happened had
Oh, okay.
that person not bullied them.
Yeah. Okay, then why
It
does someone have
opens
to be
their
weird?
eyes.
Why can't somebody just talk to them?
See,
Why
and
does somebody have to say you're
That's why I
weird?
said it's never okay.
But see,
And
a lot of
saying
with
that
that.
you're weird to someone is talking to them, but that's something also parents should
No,
do.
no.
No, that's not.
talking
Yeah.
because we're talking.
But see, I feel like
if I'm like David, if I'm saying David, you're fucking weird because you're cross-eyed. That's not talking to you. That's
Yeah,
telling
see,
you something.
I don't mean
But,
something that
okay.
gets
That's giving you
control.
a brand.
okay, so I feel like there's a difference though. So if I come up, right, Brandon, you're doing something, and I'm like, hey, if I'm your friend, right, I'm like, hey, man, this is kind of weird. You should probably stop. Yes, you're gonna take that into account, and it might work, but 100% of the time, guaranteed, if I'm some fucking dude walking down the hallway, and I'm like, dude, stop, that's fucking weird, you're gonna stop. You're gonna be like, okay, the general public don't fucking like this, I should probably stop. Whether it's just okay,
Especially
But
if multiple
that's also
people do
case
it.
by case.
yeah.
That's also case by
That's
case.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But I feel like it's
It's
more
just-
it's more effective though if it's some fucking random dude walking down the hallway and you're like, dude, fucking stop. Then the public doesn't like this. Then whether it's like your friend, hey, you should probably knock it off. So I guess I don't know.
It's so funny because like even the word is weird is broad. What am I doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I know I'm just kind of throwing things out there, but it's just like I guess if we're talking about it, then let's talk about it. You know.
Yeah.
But I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah. I
Like you're more likely
out in-
to listen to someone who's bullying you about it than if a friend comes up to you and says, "Hey."
Okay. We should probably stop with the word bullying.
Because every time you say
yeah.
in my head, I'm like, no, that's wrong.
No, but see, I want to use bullying in this term because I'm
Uh-oh.
saying you're more likely to. It's more likely to hit you harder if someone's bullying you about it than if someone who you're really close to your friend says, "Hey, you know that's weird." You're like, "Okay, I don't care what you think," because you're comfortable saying that to them. But if a
I'd rather hear it from a friend,
yes,
and then I take that. Into
I guess
account. But
that's
what I'm saying, it's case by
another
case.
Yeah, but
case
I'm
by
saying
case.
But people wouldn't. Some people, yeah, I'm saying case by case. Some people wouldn't take that into account, and they'd be like, "That's my friend. He's just." You know,
I guess
friends
I
all the
kinda
time will
see-
just bring you down because they're your friend.
Yeah, I guess
They're
I
gonna
guess
say that you're stupid
I kind of
because
see
they're
where
your friend.
Alex
But
is
a
coming
bully
from
is
too.
gonna say that if a bully says something to me, it's gonna hit me a lot harder if I'm getting bullied about it than if my friend just says it.
I guess I kind of
but-
see. I guess I kind of see where Alex is talking about, because it's like, it's not everybody is going to take into account what their friends say, but 100% of the people is going to take into account what somebody who's fucking with you is saying. You know?
See, yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, because then if I'm comfortable with my friend and I take his word more than anything, and he's saying, hey, man, like, you do need to stop because I care about his opinion. But if somebody comes up to me and says, you're fucking weird, I'm like, I don't know you. You don't know shit about me. Fuck you talking about? I'm going to keep walking, and I'm going to keep doing my shit.
And that's where
You
that
know what I
comes
mean?
in.
But
You're gonna just ignore him. It's a
But
case
it's
by
case
case thing. Yeah.
exactly. That's what I've been trying to say. It's case by case. Just because a random ass person comes up to you and says you're fucking weird, stop that. I'm literally gonna be like, LOL, that's hilarious. I'm gonna keep walking. But let's say if David comes out to me and says, dog, like, I love you. You need to fucking stop. Be stern with me. That's different because I care about him and I care about his opinion on me. Then I care about some random ass piece of shit coming up to me and talking about me and talking to me for no reason. I don't know you. I don't know your name. What are you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm trying to say. It is case to case.
Yeah.
And I understand what you guys are saying, but it's case to case.
Yeah.
Just like
Let's
what you
just
said,
end it off.
100.
Yeah.
It's case by case.
Yeah.
It's case by case. Bullying is never okay, but some people who experience
Okay.
it, they do better themselves
Okay.
because resulting in it.
Well, I mean, we can just let everybody decide for themselves. You know, we might get canceled, we might not. Whatever, fuck it, who cares? But we are at an hour and 12 minutes. So.
Yeah. Yeah, let's end it. It's case by case. Different people have different perspectives.
Okay, Alex.
Fine, shut up.
Just freaking end it.
Oh my god. I'm trying to. We could talk for the next hour about this, but dinner's ready and I'm starving, so. Brandon, that's your cue. You're the get us out of here.
Oh, I don't even know. Thank you guys. Subscribe, like, comment, follow, everything. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, if you're on YouTube, I thought Brandon was gonna do his whole spiel where he talks about random shit, but I guess not. So, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let us know how you feel about the bullying scenario or the porn scenario. This is more like a this is instead of like lighthearted fun kind of podcast. We actually got serious this time. I know. What the fuck? This isn't what you came here for. But if you're on Spotify, download, I guess. Even look. Honestly, even if you don't keep us downloaded, just download real quick because it brings our numbers up. So, just I don't care if you liked it or not. Just quickly download it. As soon as it's downloaded, delete it. I don't care. Just get our numbers up. That's all that matters. Anyway, I love all of you. I don't like Alex or Brandon. Goodbye. Alex, say goodbye.
Bye.
Brandon, say goodbye.
Bitch.
Fuck it, good enough. Deuces.